Taylor, and I'm going to talk about vaccines. They save ourselves and they save our future. So, the Immunization Action Coalition tells the story of 4.5 Amanda Kolwitz. Friday morning, February 24th, 2004, her mother went to her room to wake her up for school. Amanda wasn't feeling well. Her mother noticed that she had a fever, so she kept her home from school. Saturday morning, Amanda woke up, still not feeling well, now having a fever and a cough. Her worried mother phoned the pediatrician and told her of her symptoms. The pediatrician informed the mother that she had received several calls from the community of children with similar symptoms and that Amanda would be fine as long as she stayed hydrated and kept her fever down. The mother attempted to do so. Saturday night, Amanda went to bed. Sunday morning, her mother awoken, checked on Amanda in her room, and Amanda was not breathing. Unfortunately, Amanda had succumbed to the illness of the flu and passed away. Amanda had not been vaccinated for the flu. Health is something that we really take for granted. Poor health equals poor quality of life. As parents and as adults, it is our responsibility to protect ourselves and others by getting vaccinated so that we can live the best quality of life possible. Today I'm going to discuss what a vaccination is and myths concerning vaccines and the dangers we face by not getting vaccinated. What is a vaccine? A vaccine is a product that stimulates a person's immune system to produce immunity to a specific disease, protecting them from that disease. A vaccine can be administered in many forms: an injection, via mouth, or via your nose. Types of vaccinations are MMR, chickenpox, flu. You can get vaccinated against polio, hepatitis, and rabies. Those are just a few. So there are many reasons why people state that they do not want to get vaccinated. So here are just some myths about not wanting to be vaccinated. One of those things are excuses that people use. One of those things is a myth. Vaccines cause the disease they are meant to prevent. You know, a lot of people say, if I get the flu shot, I'm going to get the flu. Well, that's false. The fact is, vaccinations, aka immunizations, they stimulate our immune system to produce antibodies that we need to protect us against the disease. So, and that was according to Jean Stanley, MD, on the Journal of Pediatrics. And she states that vaccinations mimic the disease so that our body can produce the antibodies to fight against them. Another myth that people often believe is that vaccines cause autism. Renee Sadi, MD, a pediatrician at Rush Hospital of Illinois, writes in an article, there is no relationship between vaccinations and autism. She goes on to write that in 1997, and there was a story wrote by an MD that stated that the injection measles, mumps, and rubella will cause autism. Well, there has been no found truth to that. The original doctor that wrote that no longer has a medical license, and it was discovered that he produced the journal to gain financial need. And also other doctors that were with him on the story have now taken themselves or distanced themselves away from that article and want nothing to do with that article. So that article is now fiction. Another myth is it is not necessary to vaccinate early on in life. Well, that is also false. A lot of mothers don't want to vaccinate their children because they think that they're too small. Well, pediatrician Kenneth Boyer, MD, wrote in The Life of Pediatrics, states, these diseases that vaccines prevent are the most deadly amongst the youngest, meaning these diseases are the most deadly among infants and toddlers. And so it's really important to start vaccinating them that early to prevent these diseases. People also believe that vaccinations are poison or have poison in them. Well, that's also a myth. Vaccines contain they believe that vaccines contain unsafe toxins. Yes, vaccines contain toxins. These toxins are formaldehyde, aluminum, and used to be mercury. Our body naturally produces formaldehyde at a way higher rate than an injection would give. And then there was a thermocell, which is mercury, that many people were concerned about, has now been eliminated in vaccinations since 1999. So there are no harmful toxins in vaccinations that'll harm your children. Another myth is that what people think is not vaccinating my child only affects my child. Well, that is false. According to the CDC on child vaccination education, vaccination of children born between 1994 and 1998 will prevent 419 million illnesses and help prevent 936,000 deaths and prevent 1.9 trillion costs in social economics, meaning the cost of doctor visits, medications, hospitalizations. Also, it is good for herd immunity. Herd immunity means protecting the whole community. When one is not infected, when one is infected, you can see the spread. So the blue is the people that are vaccinated. The yellow is the ones that are susceptible and not immunized, and the red are the contagious. So we can see how even just a few people that are just contagious can make everyone contagious if we're not vaccinated. So why stop vaccinations? We shouldn't stop vaccinations. Since we've started getting vaccinated, we've been able to eradicate diseases such as smallpox and prevent deaths. So all in all, we want to continue to have healthy, long lives, and diseases are here to stay. Vaccinating our children against them will help protect them and build their body's immune system against them. So it is your choice to vaccinate your child, but don't put their life at risk. Why risk their life and prevent anything and do something that could prevent them from dying? Thank you.